These small things that we take for granted are so precious, and I think if we pay more attention to what we do have and less about what we don't have, we're going to have an easier time loving life and loving ourselves.
Let's live our best life here today. We're making all our dreams come true. Why don't you come along with me? Cause I love spending time with you, with you, with you. Spending time with you.
The third way, and one of the hardest parts of learning to love yourself and learning yourself, is dealing with insecurities. And this is a bit of a big one for a lot of people, because some people die having not relieving themselves of their insecurities. I'm gonna share with you how I personally deal with my insecurities, but I must tell you that it's a process and sometimes it takes a long time. But once you put in the work and you stay consistent with it, it gets better along the way. The first step in dealing with your insecurities, identifying what they are. So you need to sit with yourself and be brutally honest about what you feel, why you feel it, where it comes from, what triggers it, and what allows it to grow, what feeds it. And really figure out what you do to enable that insecurity, or what you allow others to do to enable that insecurity. Because insecurities really come from within. We are the ones that see our flaws and our faults and punish ourselves for having such. And it's definitely a mental thing. Sometimes it's not completely in our control because you were conditioned to believe that these things are bad or not good enough. But you have the power to take them back and own them and love yourself unconditionally. So after you've identified what it is you find that's messed up about you, what you don't like, my method is by putting them in a list in categories. And this is about everything about yourself. So you make a list with things that you love about yourself, things about your physical body, things about your character, things about your talents, your skills, whatever it is that you love about yourself already, put it on one column of the list. Then pick the things that you feel neutral about, or that other people love or always compliment you on, but you really don't care for it. Put that in a neutral list, a neutral column. And then the last list is things that you don't love. So the not love list, things that you hate, the things that you want to change, the things that you don't like, put them in that. So you have things that you love, things that you're indifferent about, and the things that you absolutely can't stand about yourself. So you have those three lists. And then for the list that you love, you express gratitude for those things. Be like, I'm grateful for my long whatever, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for my ability to do this. Just express gratitude for that list. Also express gratitude for the neutral list. And what we're going to do is transfer. So first we try to get all the things we hate about ourselves to the neutral. So if that's a physical thing, for example, if it is you don't like your nose, now we're going to examine this nose. We're going to figure out why it is we don't like this nose. Then that's where you have to evaluate your standards and if they belong to you or if you adopted them from someone else. Because what is wrong with your nose? Is it that you don't like your nose, or is it that somebody told you that you should not like your nose, that this nose isn't the best nose? And then you take it. So once you decide, actually no, I like my nose. These people are wrong. These people don't know nothing. This is the nose that I was given. I love my nose. Sometimes you're able to love things and jump to love, or you just put them in neutral, like, okay, maybe this isn't the best nose, but it's my nose and it's fine. I can live with it. Or it might go of, yeah, I really don't like my nose. It's not about anybody else. I personally don't like my nose. So that's when you decide if that is something you're going to change, or if that is something you're going to feed love into until you accept it. Because in order to love, as I said, you have to accept it first. So if it's something you're going to change, be sure that this thing that you're going to change, you are changing it out of you genuinely want to, and this is going to actually make you feel better, and not just go into a spiral of changing things and fixing things and not dealing with a deeper issue. So really find out what it is about your nose you want to change and why you want to change it. And if that reason is valid enough where you could change your nose, and after that changing your nose you're going to be completely satisfied with how you look or whatever it is, then change your nose. It's fine. Loving yourself is a personal journey. But if you realize that you are nonsense and nothing is wrong with your nose is like an example. Your nose could be anything. So you're nothing about your nose, then that's when you start correcting your thoughts and stuff like that. So when you figure out what your standards are, relieve yourself of other people's opinions. So start making your own decisions about what you like. Start making your own decisions about what meets your standards and what doesn't. And stop allowing other people to control your life and control your view of your own self. So that's when you just reevaluate every thought that comes into your mind and label it positive, negative, good for me, bad for me. And if something is not true, discard it. If you believe something is true, expand on why you believe it is true. What are the facts substantiating this? And if they don't match, then you know you're wrong and you have to correct your thought process. There's something called the 5-second rule, that when a thought comes into your head, you just clock it, you count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you reevaluate that thought of, is this true? Nope, discard. If it's true, then we deal with it. That sort of thing. I'll put a link in the description with the person that came up with it, explaining it to you properly. After you set your own standards and you separate what you really want from what you were told you would want, then you can reevaluate how you feel about yourself. And then we correct our thoughts when they come up. If they're not true, we discard them. If they are true, we figure out why we feel about how we feel about them. And we correct others as well. We correct others when they say stuff that is not true about us, when they say stuff that hurts us. Start practicing letting people know how to speak to you and how to address you. So if someone's saying something about your body or something about your ways that you cannot control, let them know, this is not true about me, you need to stop saying that. Or ignore them. Like, just ignore them. Just know to yourself that ain't true, bro. Don't believe that, right? Just tell it, no. Let them know, I'm fly, I'm cute. You're speaking to the wrong person, you got the wrong person. So start standing up for yourself and letting other people know how to address you. The last thing in dealing with your insecurities is embracing the discomfort of the whole process. Dealing with your insecurities makes you feel cringy and uncomfortable and sometimes sad, to be very honest. And you need to start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. You need to start getting comfortable with digging in the messy parts of yourself. And above all that, you need to be very patient and very understanding with yourself. Like, don't judge yourself throughout this process. You've been judged by the world enough. So throughout this process, be extra kind and extra gentle with yourself. The fourth step, or the fourth section, is retraining your mind to like yourself, or retraining your mind to create the best environment for you. And the first way you can do that is by building confidence. So that is by practicing doing the things you want to get better at. Whether you're really crappy or whether you're okay at it, still practice doing the things that you want to get better at. Still practice taking care of yourself. Practice being a confident person. You gotta fake it until you make it. So you might feel very weird and shy and uncomfortable, but I'm like, no, I'm the baddest in the room, right? You just gotta like own yourself, own your insecurities. Don't let anybody to put it up of your head. Once you own it for yourself, then nobody can tell you nothing, because you already know and you're already dealing with it. So build your confidence. Listen to music that pumps you up. Surround yourself with people that pump you up and tell you all the good things about yourself, and tell yourself to say it in the mirror. Say it whenever you can, in your mind, out loud to other people. Own that you're amazing and you're a bomb and you're beautiful and you're just the best that ever did it. And next way that you can retrain your mind environment and build your confidence is by rebranding or like giving yourself a makeover. Whatever it is, you need to feel better about yourself. Like if you've been in a slump for a while, or if you really feel like you haven't been being yourself, try new things and elevate your style, elevate your look, elevate your habits, and only accept what it is that meets your standard. So if you used to accept old behavior and old things that weren't working, make a PSA. Be like, we're not doing this no more. We do this now. And keep reminding yourself about it. And when other people try to cross that boundary, let them know, remember, we're not doing this. And let people feel the brunt of them disrespecting your boundary. Let them feel it. Don't just say it and be like, okay, next. No. If they start doing stuff that you don't want them to do, if they start telling you stuff, if they start giving you energy that you don't mess with, let them feel the brunt of that. Let them feel it. So they know to stop it. You don't play no games no more. Like, have self-respect and let it know so that's your new standard, so they know how to come at you. When you respect yourself, other people have no choice but to respect you too. In rebranding, you can also work on your relationships, and that could be, forming new boundaries, or that could be rekindling old relationships that you weren't confident enough before, or you didn't love yourself enough before to handle or to give your best to. So after you finish working on yourself, that's when you can go back into your past and own the things that you did wrong, or let people know what it says happened, or just deal with all the things that you know you have to deal with, that you need closure from, whatever it is. You can do that and build new relationships. And the more you love yourself and you give off that energy, better people come into your life who are able to love you as well and treat you better than what you was dealing with before. And with that, we are just forgiving ourselves, forgiving other people, forgiving life, forgiving everything, just everything that happened. Don't hold on to anything. Forgive. That frees you, that gives you confidence, that gives you peace. Another way to keep it up and keep consistent is by creating affirmations. So for me, I listen to affirmations online, or I make my own affirmations, and you can stick them up in places that you're going to see. You can put them on your vision board. You can record yourself and listen to it while you sleep or while you exercise or whatever you do. Hearing the positive words over and over again will train your mind to think more positively, and find support with other people who are going through the same thing, or other people who want to encourage you on your journey. Surround yourself with more people that are feeding you what you need, feeding you love and encouragement and support. And the last thing I have to say about loving yourself and practicing to love yourself is being full of yourself. When you give yourself everything that you need, when you are self-sufficient, when you take care of yourself to the best of your ability, you become full to the point where you're overflowing. You can't give what you don't have. So until you get all these things for yourself and you're full of yourself, that's when you can walk around on clouds, because you have everything that you need and you know you're all right. You love yourself, you're learning to love yourself, you handling all your ish. Put yourself first before anybody else. Be selfish, put yourself first, be full of yourself, and then it's going to overflow into your relationships, it's going to overflow into your life in all the ways. So that is all I have for how to find yourself and how to love yourself. I hope that this is useful to you. This is some of the things that I have done or I have learned along the way, so I decided to share it with you. It's going to be a process, but you have to trust the process and you have to stay committed and be patient. And along the way you might fall, along the way you might fall back into stuff that you didn't want to, but you have to be patient with yourself and start over. No matter how many times you fall along, no matter how many times you fall off, you have to start again. Trust that the end is beautiful, but along the way is the most beautiful part, because you feel that transformation in real time. You deserve the best. You deserve to love yourself, and you deserve to be surrounded by love. So believe that, and good luck on your journey. Believe in yourself. Do that. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up below. Leave a comment below on how your self-love journey is going and if you're going to try any of the things that I suggested, or if you have any suggestions for anyone that may be going through this. I make videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays, so click the bell next to the subscribe button for post notifications for more videos. That's all. Okay, bye.